Right guys, Shay here, uneven mount up you guys are well. So 13 matches played, 472 runs scored, an average of 36.3 at a strike rate of 163.88. And we're talking about it's Mr. Alex Hales, the conundrum that England are faced with Mr. Hales. Oh, it's a conundrum, is it really? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just simply a case of, we don't really care anymore. It actually doesn't really throw up any questions for management and Eoin Morgan anymore, which is a real shame because Alex Hales is someone who obviously is blessed with a lot of talent. He's almost 32 years old now. That talent, you could say at this point, it's the solid cricket. Could he get any better? But he seems to be able to get any better. I mean, I've read a stat actually, he's a leading run scorer in T20 cricket around the world since the end of the Vitality Blast in 2019. Quite phenomenal that. Just shows how much T20 cricket he's played. He's actually played more innings than anyone else, but still he's performed very well across T20 cricket in all different leagues, all different countries. Obviously now he's doing very well for the Thunder. Leading run scorer in the competition. As of England, though, it seems like I said that ship might have sailed, unfortunately, which is a real shame because I just wonder, this whole thing, is it? Eoin Morgan's obviously took a stance on this, and I wonder if it's the case of, is it a case of morals or is it a case of needs? Because I feel like in 2015, Eoin Morgan really wanted Kevin Pietersen to come back into the fold. Obviously, that was blocked by then Director of Cricket Andrew Strauss of their personal issues they had. And I just think obviously that was kind of triggered the whole Texgate, in 2012 between Strauss and Pietersen. But Eoin Morgan was very keen to get Pietersen back into the fold then, and England were pretty damn shit at that point, weren't they? They were pretty fucking awful. But fast forward 4 years. Now, obviously, Alex Hales did himself no favours by allegedly taking recreational drugs leading into that World Cup almost 2 years ago now, which obviously England won, but it threatened to derail their plans. So Eoin Morgan has not been silent on the matter and was very disappointed in him. Ed Smith backs him up as well. Obviously, England are going to India shortly and playing 3 T20s and 5 ODIs, obviously for lead to the World Cup. Very good, very, very good experience, obviously, for England because obviously the World Cup's going to be played there in like 9-10 months' time. So, the fact that Alex Hales has not really been given a mention, it's been stated by Ed Smith that there was no real change to it. Now, as I said before, I think that reason why Morgan is taking such a stand is because he has the players at his disposal. He's got Jason Roy there, albeit he's not performed very well for some time now at T20 level. ODI's been okay, but just generally he's not done well in England shirt for some time. But anyway, so Jason Roy, so Josh Butler's now opening as well. So you've got that as an option. You've got Tom Banton, you've got Phil Salt, Liam Livingston. Obviously Livingston doing quite well for the Perth Scorchers. You've got the likes of Will Jacks waiting in the wings. Not that such a great BBL, but whereas a very talented player, top of the order, can bowl a bit of off spin as well. And then you've obviously got Johnny Bairstow, who is in an incredible vein of form in white ball cricket. So Morgan's got embarrassment of riches there. So is that the reason why he's been so kind of forthright on this and sticking to his guns? Or is it down to his morals? I don't think it's down to his morals. I think it's because it's like, fuck it, we don't need him. We don't need Alex Hales. What do you need this guy for? Yes, he's performing well, and he could add something to the side, but is it a case of Eoin Morgan? Is it a case of his ego, basically, that's preventing Alex Hales from re-entering the squad? Ed Smith is saying that it's not about Eoin Morgan's captaincy. That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It's absolutely about his captaincy. He doesn't want him there. He doesn't want him there. He has got an incredible amount of currency, Eoin Morgan, especially next 2 years, before he probably packs it in. He's holding so much currency. He's a World Cup winner. He can just show that World Cup trophy in Ed Smith's face. Look what I brought to you. Don't question me, mate. I don't want Alex Hales, you're not bringing Alex Hales. And the reality is, no one's really going to challenge him on this because, like I said, England's white ball sides look incredible. They look incredible, especially top of the order. They've got so many options, I mean, Joe Root can't get to T20 side, so Alex Hales has got very little chance. And the reality is, though, Alex Hales could, for me, take Jason Roy's place. The man can hit it, 360 degrees, you know what I mean? He hit it all around the park. He played the spinners and the pace balls. I mean, listen, the Sixers attack wasn't that great when he scored the 100. Dan Christian, Steve O'Keefe was there. Who else is playing? Collis Brathwaite. I forgot there's a seam bowler. Did Lloyd Pope play as well? And there's a seam bowler, and I can't remember now. But I remember watching it thinking that the bowling attack isn't that hot. You know, it was okay. It was a fairly mediocre bowling attack. But still, it's like you can only play what you're up against. Over the course of the tournament, he's the leading run scorer, so 472 runs. So he's done well. He's done very well, and he's hitting the ball to both sides of the wicket comfortably along the carpet and over the rough for six. He's bludgeoning the balls towards Cow, then playing death shots back with a point. It was a good knock. It was a very good knock. Off the 110 T20 game, you can't knock it. I think it's almost a 200 strike rate. So, I do feel for the guy, but I think the ship might have sailed. I don't see him finding a way back, unfortunately. I think Alex Hales' career might have ended a couple of years ago, unfortunately. I think his time is done. Now, he seems pretty nonchalant about it. What he said in his interview recently, there's been no contact from management. He's going to carry on playing cricket. And listen, he'll carve out a very lucrative living, hopefully get a nice contract in the IPL, and he'll get a run of games. Because obviously they're around for the whole tournament, so that would have been good. Obviously, it would have been helped if he played for England, because then obviously he's in the shop window in a better way, much more exposed way, but not to be. Anyway, but I think unfortunately the ship has sailed for Alex Hales. I think you're not going to see him again in an England shirt, so he's going to be 32 this year. With the likes of Tom Banton's 22, Phil Salt's 24, Livingston's 27. These guys, they're chomping at the bit to get back into the side. You've got Butler, you've got Bairstow, you've got Roy at the top already. It's hard. It's going to be very hard for Alex Hales to find his way back in there. I don't think he will. I think by the time Morgan finishes, which is next year, when he's going to be, 36, Hales will be 2022, he'll be 33, going 34. He might have already peaked in terms of his ability, potentially at that point. Only time will tell, but we'll see. Anyways, quick video. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think that Alex Hales should be brought back into the fold? I mean, obviously, he wasn't even part of the 55-man group, was he, last year? He wasn't even part of that. Which I thought he should have been. I thought he should have been part of that. I know Nasir Hussain was quite vocal on that as well. I thought he should have been part of that, but, like I said, I don't think you're going to see him play again for England, unfortunately. But there it is. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think about Alex Hales? I'd love to see your thoughts down there. Let me know if you think he should be kind of reintegrated into the fold. Should Morgan let bygones be bygones? I'm not trying to trivialise it, but should he just kind of bury the hatchet and move on? Or just think, there's so much talent in the top order of white ball batting for England. There's no need to push it now. Why go back there? Maybe not. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Do like, comment, subscribe, as I always say at the end of the video. And hopefully I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.